Hey guys, and welcome to day 2 of Freelance Week. I hope you guys enjoyed yesterday's video because today we are going to be taking a tour of my office space. I touched on this briefly in yesterday's video and I will definitely be talking about it even more tomorrow, but one of the biggest challenges when it comes to working freelance or working from home or owning your own small business is being able to separate work from the rest of your life. Now, I'm sure if you went to college and lived in a dorm room, you already have some experience with this. You know that at some point you started eating breakfast, lunch, and dinner at your desk and you started working in bed and the lines got kind of blurry and all of a sudden your room wasn't a space for hanging out and relaxation, but it became kind of a stressor and felt kind of like a little bit of a prison. This same feeling can definitely be applicable to freelance life or life working from home, and so my biggest piece of advice to beat this feeling is to create a separate office space wherever it is that you live. If you're living in a house and you can dedicate a specific room to be your office, obviously that would be the best case scenario, but realistically not everybody has that luxury. I know I don't, and so I just wanted to show you guys my personal office setup as some inspiration for you guys living in smaller spaces looking to kind of create like an office nook. So this apartment is a 1-bedroom apartment and it has a very open floor plan, which I really like. There is space for a dining room, there's space for a living room, and then off to the side, which I'm sure some people probably turn into, you know, the corner where they put their TV, I have set up my home office. So I have this big desk behind me, which is from IKEA, and you'll notice that it doesn't have any drawers. I do have some plastic drawer sets that I actually bought to take to college with me and still have that I have placed underneath here, but I like that they're clear because I tend to be the kind of person that if I have solid drawers, I'll just dump a bunch of crap in there, not organize it at all, and just create a big mess for myself. So I liked that this desk didn't have drawers because I wouldn't be collecting crap. I also like that it's super huge, it's got a super huge surface so that I can spread out. When I do work for my technical writing position, I have actually a laptop that the company has loaned out to me that they specifically like me to work on, and it has an extra screen and everything, so I need a lot of space to kind of spread out and have, you know, snacks and drinks and things on the side as well. Generally speaking, I try and keep the desktop really clean just because I totally believe in that tidy workspace, tidy mind whole mentality, but realistically there's always at least one little stack of papers and mail and junk that I have to go through every couple of days. I like to listen to music and podcasts and things when I work, so I keep my really old speakers here on the desk so that I can adjust the volume and pause and things without having to get up and cross the room. And I keep all of my paintbrushes from when I do art and crafts and things up here because I didn't really have anywhere else to put them, and I think it adds just kind of a little bit of something more interesting. Under my desk I have one file box where I keep all of my important paperwork. Eventually I would really like to get some kind of a cabinet sideboard file drawer thing going under the window next to my desk, but for now this is working perfectly. My desk chair is also from IKEA and I absolutely love it. It is one of the few chairs I've ever sat in where I feel like I have proper lower back support and yet I can still touch the floor because I'm a very small person. I have very short legs and yet a normal sized torso, so this chair just seems to work perfectly for me, and it comes in a variety of colors, so I will do my best to link it down in the description box for you guys if you're interested. I know a lot of people like to have their desks facing out a window, but for me I tend to get way too distracted, so I like having a wall and just putting up a few minimal decorations. So I have this one photo that my dad took that he has framed for me and mounted on the wall. I also have a few postcards just washi taped up there so that I can switch them out if I want to. And then directly behind my desk I have a little corner of, I guess, office supplies. I have this little tiny wire drawer set that is also from IKEA where I keep all of my extra pens and tape and sticky notes and things like that. I also have a whole drawer full of markers and art supplies because I do love doing art. That's like one of my favorite hobbies, so I have quite a few art supplies. I'm sure you'll see in the close-ups. You know, I gotta keep my markers and paints and things handy. Again, I would eventually like to have more storage in this space so that I don't have things sitting on the floor, but for now it works. Next to the little wire thing, I have a table with my printer on it. This is a great printer by Brother. I love Brother printer products. I just think they work really well. It's a scanner, copier, printer, and fax machine all in one. Under the printer, I have more paper. I have some notebooks, some folders and things, and I again, I have another art box full of ink because ink is kind of my preferred medium of choice right now when it comes to doing art. I also have a toolbox because a girl's got to have her own set of screwdrivers and a hammer and things like that, and I have some more artsy stuff as well. Because I have this huge blank wall, I really want to get a cork board that I can hang there so I can pin things there and just kind of make a little bit more of a display area, but for now, this is what I have. I hope you guys like this small tour of my home office. I know it's nothing fancy and it's definitely not done, but I just wanted to show you guys that even if you live in a small space where you can't have a separate room or whatever, you can at least set up some little station where you feel you can be most productive and get your work done. And also, just a heads up, if you are self-employed and live in the United States, you can actually write off the square footage of your home office as a tax write-off. I also just wanted to remind you guys that you have a couple more days to leave questions for my freelance Q&A, so definitely leave those for me down in the comments below. But otherwise, that is all I have for today's video, so thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you're having a fantastic day, and I will see you next time. Bye!